Uh, Welcome to another beautiful day in Jerusalem. It's crazy. It's raining here. I'm on top of Mount of Olives. I just came out from the mosque that you see in front of. Oh, you cannot see it. Then, now you will see it. See you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Be part of my family, please. Here it is. You can see the minaret of the mosque. This is the ascension area. That's where Jesus ascended into heaven, but promised us to come back in the same place. Then in that case, this is the top of Mount of Olives. If you're talking about following Jesus' footsteps, that car came from Bethpage. That's where Jesus started his mission as Palm Sunday. And we are doing that procession, but in a rainy day. It's Sunday, then Dominus Flevit Church. What's happening? What's happening? Dominus Flevit Church is closed, but let me organize the camera. The Dominus Flevit Church or Aloana Church, two names, belongs to the Carmelite, the French. It's closed because it's Sunday, and that is where at the beginning of the 4th century, they built a church. That's where Jesus talked about all the secrets to the disciples. And at the beginning, the ascension area was there too. And then in the late 4th century, Pumina went there to the highest place and built a church and dedicated it only to the ascension. I must tell you that the pilgrims, like Algeria, that been here, already mentioned that place before that site, exact site. They call it the Himbomon, the stage. Before Pomina built the first church ever. Then in that case, it was well known by that. And we will continue down the valley in a rainy day in the end of May. I know that for you it might be, all right, it's regular day, but it's not all right. It's never rain in the end of May. It's not part of the drill. We are not used to it. I came with shorts. It's a little bit chilly, not so. It was supposed to be around 95 degrees. I mean, shorts are more than okay that time. But it's cold. Soon, my dears, you will see the most beautiful city in the world and the most important city in the world. Meanwhile, you can see a nunnery of the Benedictus nuns. It's a beautiful place. I've been there a few times. One of the reasons that I was there is to harvest their olive trees. Most of the nuns are old, then it's difficult for them to do that. Then we are the tour guides of Israel, together with Iskar Rani, which is my master of Christianity, are heading to there to harvest it. This is the only option for me to enter to their amazing garden. Then let's talk about another beautiful garden that belongs to Aloana, to Dominus Flevit. Remember, that was the church that was closed on Sunday. But we are heading to that secret place. Behind that wall is the beautiful garden that I was talking about. But behind that garden is the most beautiful view of the city. Stay with me. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and there is a mission for you. I have 136,000 subscribers. Can I reach 200,000 with you? Send it to everyone who you know who might be interested with that. Then, ta-da-da! Now, I know that if you will do that by yourself, when you reach that area, you will cross the street automatically. but you won't notice the cars. It's a two-way road. I'm begging you, be careful. Now, at the Mount of Olives, there's a lot of vendors. If you want to buy something, be sure that you will have money in your hand. And first give them the money, and then get the present. And be careful. Some of them knows how to trick you. Then I'm just saying it. Not all of them are bad. A lot of them are very decent people. Then let's cross the street now. And they are standing in the future tomb of Jews that wanted to be buried at Mount of Olives. There's not a lot of places now for them, but to be buried as a Jew in Israel, actually Christian and Muslim as well, it's for free. But if you want to be buried at a place like that, you will have to pay money if you are choosing your place. Why here? Because according to the Jews, when the Messiah will come, and that Messiah is not Jesus, when he will come, he will enter to the city for here. And again, I know that you are thinking about Jesus, but he is not Jesus according to them. And they will be the first one who will resurrect. It sounds familiar because it's the same story for the Christians, but let me tell you something. It's the same story for the Muslims too. When Allah will come back to here, he will build the bridge from here to Jerusalem, and the people will cross it safely. Then let's let the beautiful Indian group from Kerala, from Cochin, to leave that space, and we will enter to here. It's freezing. Then here I am reaching that place that in the future that people will be here. In that matter, this is the beautiful Jerusalem in rainy time. It's pouring, it's raining, la 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 la. What we can see here, let's start with, you can see the wall. This is the wall of the city. It's part of the Temple Mount that King Herod built. Why he built big walls around the temple that's supposed to be instead of the Dome of the Rock, or was there before? Mainly because he wanted to build something massive, and that temple was supposed to be on top of the foundation stone, the first stone ever, but the stone is very small. Then he wanted to impress the people. Then he built a plaza around it, and you can see the eastern wall of the temple and the corner of the southern wall right there, and in the middle there is a gate, a golden gate. Here it is. That's where Jesus will enter again to the city. That's where the Jewish Messiah might enter to the city, and that's where the high priest used to go up with a scapegoat once a year. And the temple that Jesus King Herod built, was between 2 to 3 times higher and bigger than the Dome of the Rock. Today, it's where it's a Muslim place. That is where Muhammad ascended into heaven, according to tradition, because it's not written in the Quran. He actually reached Al-Aqsa Mosque, you can see it, and he went to the foundation stone and ascended into heaven to meet God himself. Just behind him, you can see the 2 domes of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. In a rainy day of the end of May, for me, it's something special. That is where Jesus crucified, died, buried, and resurrected. You can see the Jewish quarter. You can see the 2 domes. This is the Jewish quarter, and the Great Dome, the Black Dome, in front of it, it's Al-Aqsa Mosque, remember? Part of the Temple Mount. You can see that wall. And Muhammad ascended into heaven when he reached Al-Aqsa, which is the last of the far, far away mosque. You can see the two great white dome of a replica of synagogues that had been destroyed by the Jordanians in 1948. And one of them is still rebuilt. You can see that there's kind of a black curtain in front of it. And I'm heading to here. This is Mount Zion. That's where Jesus, this is the Pentecost time. It was the room of the Last Supper. Remember, eat that bread, Passover meal or day before. And for me, it's the first church ever. Because in every church, we're actually saying the same thing. Eat that bread, drink that wine. This is my blood, this is my body. Then in that case, for me, it's the first church. But in Pentecost, he told them to spread the rumor to all over the world. Then for me, it's center of the word, of the Christian word. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? Let's continue down to another church. Is it okay? Because I didn't plan doing it, but I'm doing it. Carol and George, your Bible is in my bag because it's raining. I'm not taking it out now, but it's part of it. And then you're blessed. I'm blessing you as well here. Let me show you the newest tombs here. There are tombs from the time of King David here, but those are new. You can see that belonged to Shoshana, Sarah, and I believe that her husband is next to her. There are a lot of messages here from his time, and you can see that they're preparing. It looks like it's going to be a family cemetery. Might be. I won't be surprised. Still walking through that future cemetery. Sadly, in 1948, when the Jordanians occupied future Palestine, and that is supposed to be part of it, they destroy a lot of the Jewish tombs, and they use the tombstones, as you know, pavement, to the roads, even to build houses. Then you can see that in so many places there's no tombstones. Lucky us, the Jews knew exactly where everyone are buried. Then they added their names on most of the tombstones, at least the one that they knew. If I'm talking about destroying, it's not because I want you to hate anyone. That's what happened when you occupy the city. The British did it, the Romans did it, the Turkish did it, the Israeli did it. Then no hate. It can be a better word without it, I must say, if you will accept the others. And this is another mission of mine. If you will accept the others, it will be better. I hear lots of people shouting or singing wherever. It might be there. There's a lot of people at the entrance to the temple. Usually it's or Jews or evangelists. Then there's kind of chanting, singing. Now I hear nothing. Always like that. When you need a doctor, you're feeling sick. When you reach the doctor, you're feeling great. Another thing that I must warn you, although it's not really raining now, thanks God, because I have no umbrella or raincoat. I've got shorts. It might be slippery. The pavement are made of limestone, Jerusalem stone, which is beautiful and unique because this is the color of Jerusalem, but it's very slippery. And to ascend it down through the Kidron Valley that divided Jerusalem and Mount of Olives, I will ask you to be careful because it is slippery. For example, those two places are already bought by someone and said he's still alive. Might be a couple. They're still alive. Let them be alive. Now, slippery or not, that road that we are using now, it's two-way road. Oh, you can see what's happening? I don't know if you saw it. It's slippery. There's a rain handle, and we're going to use it. We are going to use it. Then let's do that. I can hear them shouting, I want to be there. I want to be there right now. I wish I could. Oh, yes. It's really slippery. If I'll fall, then you know that I warn myself as well. Yeah, I can hear the shofar there. Again, might be evangelist or Jews. Why there? Because it's the main entrance to the temple. And we believe that most of the Jews entered through there. One of them was Jesus. Even for those cars now, it's difficult to drive here. Oh, wow. Can you hear it? You can hear it. Oh God, please save me. Gosh, be careful. It's a rental car. Not easy. Not easy. Not easy. Ouch. Go, 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 go. It's almost the end. Go, 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 go. Yes, it's almost the end. Turn right and you've been saved. Yes! Nothing happened. George and Carol, I'm taking you. Well, I'm heading to the room of the Last Supper, which is today is the room of the Pentecost. And I uploaded so many videos of it. But it's a magnet. I cannot stop doing it, if you know what I mean. Then on the way we will see two places. The first one is where Jesus saw the city and wept. And this is not less than Dominus Flevit, the Lord wept. And I'm thinking and trying not to fall. But you can see from here, see at the valley, there's a kind of a pyramid top. This is a tomb from the time of King David or from the time of King Herod. Use the rail handle. Use it. We know that it was built at the time of King Herod, 1st century BC, but it was built on top of the tomb of Absalom, son of King David, and 1st century. If you watch my videos in winter time, you saw that everything was green. But look at that, it's so green now, although it's not raining. It's beautiful. I love the rain. I prefer it than 40 degrees in August. Then, Although I didn't plan to enter, we are entering to Dominus Flevit because it's still open. I wasn't sure that I will be there here in time, but here it is. Look at the olive trees. Before we will talk about the olive trees, look at tombs from 1st century. Remember, it's a cemetery area. The Jews are being buried outside the city, and this is outside the city. Remember the Shabbat. It's a Shabbat away. It's around 2 kilometers from the city, not more than 2 kilometers from the city, but this is the cemetery. What you cannot see here are the caves, and there were so many caves here, but of Jews. But at the beginning, when they excavate here, they realized that it might be the first Christian or Jews who believes in Jesus. Look at that. Don't look at that. Here you can see the caves and the niches. Some of them are half closed, and the boxes are for the bones. We do have, let's say, 5 niches for 5 bodies. The 6th body, the 6th body has got no place. Then they will open the oldest tomb. They will take the bones out, and then they will bury someone else instead. Look how beautiful it is. But from here it's more beautiful. The Dome of the Rock, side of the Jewish temple, from Dominus Flevit. No, they didn't talk to me. Then, water system is right here. It's not raining now. Then I will check out the Bible of Hugh Carroll of and St. George from New Zealand. If you want me to bless your crosses that I can buy for you, or the Holy Bible with a wooden cover, look at the description of that video and you will understand how to do that. Very easy. If you won't find it, it's at Buy Me a Coffee link. If you won't buy it, send me a message and I will explain you everything. Then let me stop here at the most beautiful scenery of the city and I will check out those two Bibles. It of course started to rain again. Then here it is, George and Carol from New Zealand, next to the most beautiful view of Jerusalem at Dominus Flevit, at the Jewish cemetery from the time of King David until now. And you can see the church, and everyone came ready for the rain except of me. But I love rain. I don't know if you can still hear the shofar. It's beautiful. That's Sunday. Then we know the story and we don't want to destroy the Bible of George and Carol. Then let me bring it back to the bag. And this is a surprise. You didn't ask me to do that. I didn't think that I will do that. But I think God tells me different things. And I am guided by someone else, not by myself. Someone is crying. Did it now? Did it now? They're going to close the church. They're going to close the church. Did it now? Please do it now. As I believe. I'm not sure, but it sounds like that. Dominus Flevit. Beautiful place to visit. I do have so many videos of it, but every time that I'm here, it's like the first time. Then, what are you doing there? I want to be there. Why now? Why couldn't they wait another 2 hours? I don't know if you can hear them shouting. It looks like they have having a ceremony there. All right, we missed it. There's so many other things to see. There's not a lot of toilet in the city, in the churches. Here, there's one. It will cost you 2 shekels, $50 or something like that. It's worth it. Then don't say no if you need it. Now let's go outside and we will try not to fall on the way to Garden of Gethsemane. But before that, you can see the Golden Onion Church. This is Mary Magdalene Church. It's a beautiful Russian church. I do have some videos of it. It's not open every day. Tourists are less welcome there for the British of us. The mother of Philip, Alice, is buried there. It's raining and I have no place to hide myself. I might prepare a few videos of that long video. Then if you never saw who's talking and who's wet now, I'm the tour guide and I do have so many videos on YouTube, and I will be more than happy if you will subscribe my channel. And if you do have some questions, don't hesitate. I'm trying to answer it almost every day. Then, so me. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, it's an Israeli group. Nice to see. To Hebrew. Usually there's no Hebrew. I don't hear a lot of Hebrew in that church. And thank you very much for being with me. Hello, Father. And see you in my next video.